Which of the following answers listed below is going to refer to an authentication method? And authentication means we're just saying, hey, is this allowed to happen? And this authentication method enables signing an outbound email message with a digital signature. So you're sending an email out, and this is just going to verify that you have the authentication to do so to sign it. And signing it is for security. When you send out an email, you're signing it with a digital signature, and that's just to make sure that when someone gets it, they can verify that signature, make sure that there's no one or nothing in the middle that compromised it when that mail is being sent. So let's look at a few things that it can't be your answer. SRV. SRV is service record. So SRV, service record, basically is DNS record that specifies location. So this can be a host name and a port number. Doesn't have anything to do with any kind of authentication with email signatures. Then we have SPF. SPF is a sender policy framework. It's a DNS text record, and it allows domain owners to publish a list of authorized mail servers allowed to send email on behalf of their domain. So I should have went this way. So you have your domain here, you have a list of people, and they can send email out. This is allowing them to do so, this list, this sender policy framework. You have authentication first, which is, hey, are your credentials right? You have authorization, which is, are you allowed to do something, which is what this is. And then you have accountability, so just keeps track of everything. That's not what SPF is. It's just authorization. Are you authorized to send this email out? The authentication would have to have come before this. So we know it is not our SRV. Remember, SRV is a service record, and this is just a record of locations. SPF, it's not that. Sender policy framework, it's for authorization, who's allowed to send email out. So we're left with DKIM and DMARC. It's not DMARC because DMARC, which stands for Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance, does something else. And although it has the authentication part in it, this is not our answer. Because DMARC is actually going to build off one of our answers. It builds off SPF and DKIM. So it allows domain owners to specify how receiving mail servers on their domain should handle emails that fail either the SPF or DKIM authentication. If you're not authenticated, or whatever's coming in is not authenticated, it stops right here. What happens next? It also provides reporting, so you can see, what's hitting your servers. It relies on DKIM for authentication. We'll get into that in a second because that's our right answer. But DMARC, Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance, does not itself sign the email message. So it's kind of indirectly authenticating through DKIM, which is why DKIM is our right answer. And also, this one does not sign any messages. It only provides policy and reporting. That's all this does. That's all DMARC does. Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance comes after everything. So what happens with DKIM? Remember, SPF is for people allowing, the domain allowing people to send email out. DKIM, though, is Domain Keys Identified Mail. Think of your house key. It's an email authentication method, so are you, you're authorized to get in, but what are you authenticated to do once you open the house? And it uses a cryptographic, I don't know what I just said, a cryptographic digital signature. So basically, after you type your email, you sign it, you send it out. So when an email is sent, the sending server is going to create your digital signature. It's unique. And it's in the email's header, and inside the body content, you have a private key. Now, the signature is sent over with your email. The corresponding public key is published in the domain's DNS records. So the receiving mail servers can use the public key to verify the digital signature. And if it's okay, If it looks good, then it's confirming the email's authenticity and integrity. So let's go over these one more time. SPF is the Sender Policy Framework. It's a list of authorized mail servers, so who's allowed to send email. We have SRV, and that's going to be a service record. Has to do with location, host name, port number, all that stuff for specific services. And then we have DMARC, which comes behind SPF, Sender Policy Framework, and DKIM, Domain Keys Identified Mail. It comes behind this. What DMARC does is it provides reporting and policies for what happens when it fails our SPF, when you're not allowed to send out, or when an email is compromised, and you see that through the DKIM. So DKIM is our answer. DKIM is listed, and it refers to an authentication method that enables signing an outbound email message with a digital signature. You can try to think of keys with signatures. You need the signature to get inside. It's pretty much how I like to remember it. But domain keys identified mail is our answer. Again, you have the sender, and they have to, well, it's automatically done, but you have a digital signature, goes over here. The DNS records over here, the domain name system records, will provide a public key that the receiving can use to check if it's been tampered with. And if it's not, we good.